What's the crack? Welcome to day 11 of vlogging every day in January, or VEDJ. So, yesterday I talked about doing my YouTube goals for the year and New Year's resolutions. Today I'm doing the resolutions. I have a couple wrote down. There's probably more to be added as I go on. But I think a lot of people, when they write their resolutions out, they think of the usual stuff like get fit, stop procrastinating, that kind of crack. So a lot of these tie in with some of the achievements I wanted to do this year. Not a to-do list, an achievement list. To-do list makes it sound like work. Achievement list has a better ring to it, I think. So the first one, the most obvious one, under the whole New Year, New Me thing, was to get fit. Obviously I'm not going to be like everyone else and start on the 1st of January, because it's my birthday Wednesday, so I'm going to enjoy this whole week and weekend, and then next Monday I'll start. So one of the things I noticed in the last couple of months was small things like going to the town, going to the shop. I get out of breath really quickly. I just thought it was my asthma getting worse, but cardio has just gone to shite. So I've put down to start running, going for a few runs a week with Kev and whoever else wants to go, walk the dog more, that kind of crack. And then the end goal is to try and complete a 5k run, hopefully sometime in the summer. So that's the first thing I wrote down for that. The second thing under the heading of getting fit was lifting weights. I had started I'd say we first done it about 2 months ago, myself and Dan. And when I first started, I think I benched 20 kg 6 times. And that was the first set. And I was like, my arms were broke. So 2 months on, I'm benching the 4 sets of 40 kg. And it's grand, and I can finish the rest of the workout. So benching obviously was the first thing I did, and it's my favourite thing to do, just because it feels like, how do you explain it? I've seen videos and stuff with lads, local lads in my town. They pop the clips of them like when they're breaking the barriers of like what their max deadlift was, or bench, whatever. And like you can see that sense of achievement when they're done, having trained for that length of time to get to that point. And I want to be able to do something like that. I'm not saying I want to be fucking huge like them lads. I don't want to start bodybuilding. I just want to be able to knock out some goals like this and get fit, get big and strong. But so at the moment I could probably knock out 50 kg. I could probably be my max, attempt 60. So I have bench 80 kg under the lifting weight section. I know people could say, like, why don't you just fucking set more target specific goals under lifting weights? But that's the one I brought down at the moment. It'll increase itself. I'll add more to it as I get along. Well, the next one was learn how to swim properly. I can't swim for shit, like, at all. I splash about like back in school with PE days. All the boys be jumping in the big end, or the deep end in the big pool, and I'd be in a small pool, the kiddie pool as they call it, paddling away. Like, that was me. That's my level. We went to the Aquadome, I think. Was it in secondary school, or was it tail end of primary school? I can't even remember. If any lads who went to school watching this, you'd probably remember the time I almost fucking drowned. I got with a jacuzzi in the Aquadome, slipped and fell into the kind of whirlpool area and panicked because I couldn't swim. So I've now learned to swim properly, and then the end goal is to bust out a few laps in the pool, because I've never done it before. I've been in the big pool about 10 times in my hometown. Last thing on the fitness section is to take up a martial art. I've tried a couple of things with every Irish lad's been and done taekwondo when they were growing up. I like doing them at the time because there's a group of friends going, and then when everyone kind of filters down and stops going, you don't want to be the only one doing it. Since then I've tried like a couple of weeks of doing mixed martial arts, a couple of weeks of judo, things like that. Great crack. some of the lads are considering going kickboxing, so might sign up to that for a while. And I think the end goal was to get ranked, so maybe take the class long enough that you get a belt out of it. And I look, the end goal is to feel overall better, healthier, and be fit. So all these small things will almost will become hobbies, but they will turn into part of the lifestyle of, and a good routine of being fit. I'm just trying to not jump on it and up, but the second thing on my New Year's resolutions was to get a provisional license. Get the theory test and then get a car. I never felt the need to learn how to drive because I was in Dublin 3 years ago for college. I would never need a car in Dublin. I suppose it'd be handy travelling up and down, but sure, I could just get a bus and a train. But it ties in with my third resolution. It's not really, I see that's what I'm saying, it's more like a things I want to do this achievement list type thing. So the second thing was to get a provisional license. So do that by doing the theory test, get my lessons and getting a car so I can get on the road driving. But the third part of all this was travel more. So if I get a car, I have the freedom to do all that. But I really want to travel, and I'm not talking about leaving the country fucking once a month. I really want to travel more of Ireland. As I said, I'm almost 24 and I've only been to I was in England as a toddler because my dad lived over there. But I don't remember any of that, being on a plane at 2 years of age, don't remember any of it. And in transition year, into 5th year, we went on a class trip, like a history and French trip, and we were in we went to Freiburg in Germany, Paris. I think we passed through Belgium, I'm not sure. We did a couple of areas on the tour. So yeah, that was my most recent and the only memory I have of being on a plane, and I didn't like it at all. So I'm trying to knock that fear, gonna knock that in the head, nip it in the bud, as they say, and get on a plane again. I'd love to go to England. Grandfather lives in England, so I'd love to go to Brighton for a weekend, or visit him. And I'd love to go to a Newcastle match. I'm a Newcastle fan. So there's two things in England I'd love to do this year. We've other family there as well, I think. So get on to them and meet some new faces. But yeah, just with Ireland, I really, really, really want to see more of Ireland. One of the reasons for this is, I'm almost 24, and honestly, I've only been to about 10 counties. One of the lads was saying I should go to all 32 counties. I could add that during when if I get driving and get the car, I could do all that. The last country I really wanted to go to this year is Germany. I liked Germany the time we were over there. I liked the fact that, at 16 you can go and buy a pint of beer, not a bother. So I really want to go back to Germany. There's a couple of lads talking about going to Amsterdam. Some of the other lads are talking about going to Will and the boys were talking about going to Play This Live in April. It's in Florida, I think. Now, unbelievable, that'd be an unbelievable experience because it would make for good footage for YouTube and stuff, meet new faces, get new contacts, and get to travel with some of the YouTubers I met last year and the year before. The only thing is, I'm scared shitless of planes, so I don't know. I have to do a Mr. T on it and get absolutely fucked up in the airport bar and have no snooze. Maybe. We'll see. I'm thinking about it and giving it a thought. So yeah, that's pretty much my resolutions / achievements I want to do for the year. I did my YouTube ones yesterday. These are my more personal goals that I really wanted to get done in 2016. The whole story of life is short. As I said, I'm almost 24. I really need to start getting things done. I was going to get a job down there, but it's not really a resolution. It's just, it'd be nice to have that extra bit of money, I suppose. I might just update the CV and bomb around town again. But yeah, that's day 11, and I'll be back tomorrow, day 12. Thank you all for watching. Leave some comments. And I'd love to see if any of the YouTubers are interested in doing a 5k run. Ronan, I'm looking at you, bye. And Kieran.